Good morning, everyone. Happy day to everyone. I had to think for a second about what day it is. It is Tuesday. So, welcome to your lovely Tuesday. We are just now getting started. So, I know there are some people that are still just now joining us. Today, we're going to have Clifford Blodgett on from Safe Money Seminars. But first, we'll go over a few things about our company, uh, IAMS, Insurance Agency Marketing Services. First thing I want to go over is our new producer builders program. That is, this is in addition to your commissions. So you get your full street level commissions in addition to these extra marketing bonuses that you'll get for producing business with us. What's great is that we are investing in your business so you can continue to let your business grow. Um, Something to take note of is all of these great marketing pieces. So postcard mailings, seminar systems, um, publishing help, things like that, things that really help you grow. We also have our referred producer program. I see some people jumping on. I see at least one that has taken advantage of this, where you get a $50 one-time bonus when your referral agent contracts, and then you get an override on everything that they write. So that's not taking away from them. This is actually coming out of our pocket here at IAMS. We also put $100 of marketing reimbursement per $100,000 in premium into a marketing account for you so we can match your marketing dollars and help your business grow that way. Our back office support is the best in the business, if I dare say. I have worked in the back office support area when my children were little, because I could work part-time. But I tell you, we work so hard to make sure that you have all of the tools you need to write the business, that we help you with your case design, that we help you get your case submitted and approved. We help you get paid quickly, and we help you with your client services as well. Check out our website. It's amazing. I use it all day, every day. The annuity grid is such an amazing tool, but I'm an annuity person, but there are also term quoters, some great sales tools, and support on there. Firelight, my favorite thing, because this really helps to streamline the new business process. You get your applications accelerated, so you get paid faster. It's way easier than filling it out on paper, and I've seen some of your handwriting. Trust me, type it up on Firelight. Our creative marketing solutions, our creative team is amazing. They have great artists. They know what they're doing. They build wonderful websites and business cards, brochures, postcards, emails, everything you might need. We have a great team that can do it. I am not at all the type of person that knows how to do anything on a computer besides click my little next button. So they are a great resource. IAMS Wealth Management. These are our partners. If you want to increase your revenue and strengthen your client relationships, this is the way to do it. Get your Series 65. We will help you. You'll increase your knowledge, and knowledge is never wasted. Life and Annuity Academy. Next one's coming up in August. I'm so excited to have you guys back in our office. It was so much fun last time, and you learned so much. We have top producers in the field giving advanced sales techniques, trainings. You learn about new products and how to leverage those in your business. It's just a great way to build your business as well, just learning from others. We have a Seaside Sanctuary coming up. That qualification dates are still happening. You have till the end of the year. Get in on it. We have about 70 producers that are on track to make this trip. So we'd love to have even more. We've got the whole place banked out, ready to hold our top producers and have an amazing time. So our good old Facebook and LinkedIn. And I'm going to pass this over to Clifford Blodgett. He is going to tell us more about the Safe Money events. There he is. But Clifford, I can't hear you yet. I think you're still on mute, dude.
There we go.
There you are.
All right. You jumped right into it. I wasn't ready for you yet, so we'll get there.
Surprise.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. It's good to see we got a nice crowd on here to enjoy this presentation with me. Like I said before, given this presentation a couple of times for IAMS. We've actually done it in person in the academies as well. And every time it changes a little bit because the company changes a little bit. So Safe Money Marketing is a company that we have a partnership with the IAMS organization, a very strong partnership with them. And essentially, what we're doing is digital marketing solutions for financial advisors. So this is something that I have been doing for about 8 or 9 years now. I've been doing hundreds, if not thousands, of seminars doing lead generation for advisors. Not to mention, some other things like custom lead gen, or like video sales letters or local SEO. Any of those things, you name it, we've probably done it before. So this is our offerings that we're presenting today. And we're going to kind of go through some numbers, and I'll show you our successes that we've had this year and some other pieces that we're working on and how you can be a part of that. And we'll just kind of start it from there. So essentially, the first question that most people ask me is why event marketing? Why would I still do that? And the truth is, event marketing still works. We're still drawing registrants. We're still drawing people showing up. We're still having lots of success with the numbers that we provide in these arenas. So if it's a seminar or a workshop, they're still proving to be the most consistent and cost-effective method of generating prospects for financial advisors and agents. So, and some numbers to think about when it comes to digital marketing and Facebook are that Meta has about 186.4 million active users in the USA, and 33.8 million of those are baby boomers. And 78% of those baby boomers are on Facebook. So that's a pretty big chunk. That's about 25 million people that are that could be targets for you on Facebook. And 32% of those are also in Instagram. And Instagram's the second highest performer of all the digital media performance. Twitter's then behind that a little bit. Baby boomers spend about 27 hours online. So if it's on YouTube or Facebook or watching TV or whatever, that's their average number, versus the 13 hours that they spend of those online, 13 hours are on average on Facebook. I think that stat is kind of out of context. I think they spend a lot more time on social media than they do, especially now with the YouTube shorts and the Facebook and Instagram shorts and stuff like that. So I think they actually spend a lot more time on there than they do. And I went on vacation, and my dad was on his phone way too much, watching those short little Facebook videos and those Instagram videos. So I can prove that as well. They also spend which is then 10 hours is all they spend watching the news. So like, let's think about fishing where the fish are, is kind of the expression that I use. They also believe that social media is improving their life. So it's a good resource. They trust it. it's something that you can, tap into and bring value to and be a part of in their life. So some good stuff there. So when we start off talking about event marketing, we start with dinner seminars. And essentially what I'm going to do is run through kind of what the chassis that's built with seminars, right? So what we bring to the table, what we're offering as a service, and then we'll spin it off and I'll show you how you can use it in kind of some different other formats, i.e. Educational events, video, webinars and pieces like that. But essentially they all run off of the same chassis that we're talking about. So pick a time and a place. We have a questionnaire that you can fill out. You leverage our brand and then you sit back and you watch the registrations add up. So what's included is a registration page, confirmation emails, email and text reminders, Facebook generated leads. In some of our top tiers, we also leverage Google Ad Network leads, so YouTube and some other in-display ads. And then we also have an ad retargeting network that we use is in our top level, a thank you page, access to the Safe Money Leads dashboard, and a scripted presentation. So here's an example of a registration page that people see when they click on the Facebook ad. So they click, it includes the dates and times, the topics, the advisor and agent bio, a nice picture at the bottom, and any additional disclosures that you may need. So a real nice piece there. They see your ad, they click here, and this is the page they go to. Now remember, the biggest thing for us is making sure that this page also looks good on a mobile device, right? So when you click on this, over 60% of our leads and registrants are usually on a phone or some sort of mobile device. So making sure that that looks good on a phone as well is huge. And those pages look amazing on a phone as well. So this is kind of like what's included in the hybrid confirmation sequence. Registration's made, there's a text reminder and an email sent out at the same time to the person saying thank you, here's more details. Now, there's a gap here in the advisor reach out process where it's a chance for you to make the process yours, right? So, hey, I saw you sign up. I'm just confirming that, this is where we do confirmation call sequences and those pieces there. So this is the point where you take it from my path to retirement to advisor facing or who's the person. This is also where we see confirmation rates go up and people actually and attendance rates go up, because this is your opportunity to take this from a very digital kind of like it's just on Facebook kind of thing to a personal process. I am counting on you to be there and we're going to learn about this, or I'm counting on you to show up so we can all talk about these topics or taxes or whatever you're going to talk about in your presentation. So do not discount that middle part. Then one day out before, we send an email and then we send a text message out from that. We use confirmation call services if you're interested. I highly recommend these for people who don't have an assistant or think that they're going to do it by themselves. This is like hiring an assistant for your event, right? It costs $500. It's included in the top tier package, the $34.99 one. And essentially, we have confirmation call setters who will just call. They'll call up to 5 times. They text twice at least. And they're trying to get people to confirm for your event. It will give you a way better idea of how many people are actually going to show up, how many people signed up, what the quality of those people are, and we kind of go from there. So if you have any questions about that advisor reach out process, go for the confirmation call service. Just automatically sign up for it. Don't even think twice about it. It's completely worth it. Now, also what's included are paid media placements. So here's some examples of Facebook ads that we've ran in the past. We've got, complimentary dinner, meal dates, those kind of things. And we leverage targets in our geographical areas. So like a couple of these are in Beaumont, Texas. So I looked at where the event was. I didn't just drop a pin and say 15 miles outside of that. I looked at Beaumont, I looked where the wealth maps are, I looked at where the traffic patterns go, and then we start positioning the ads in those areas to be like, oh, these type of folks would be able to reach it and they would need our service. So there's a little bit more thinking to it than just, oh, I dropped a pin and we went 15 miles away from the Olive Garden in Beaumont, Texas. There, we spend a little bit more time on it than that. The majority of what we do are Facebook ads. Go back to those slides that we had at the beginning, and the answers kind of speak for themselves on why. Anytime you can reach 78% of a population, we're definitely going to take advantage of that. We also use some YouTube and some retargeting as well out there. The YouTube um, is it's performing pretty well. It's still not as cost effective or efficient as the Facebooks, but it does do well most of the time. Also, what's included is a thank you page. So after people register, they're directed here. So you'll see a nice page here that has like calendar, get directions. So our hope is, if you click that add to calendar, it goes to another page that has a add to your um, Yahoo or Apple or Gmail calendar, whatever calendar you use, and boom, it adds it right to your calendar. So it's a nice function there. Just kind of a reminder of what they've signed up for, and then the ability to just have a reminder of when those dates and times are. Also, then those leads are then transferred to a seminar dashboard. This is a central repository to all your campaign event data, and you can leave notes with your team in one workspace. So you click on the view, the person's details slide out, and then you can start to, so if you have an assistant working them, they can leave notes there, and so everyone's working from one central repository of data. This is what something looks like right before an event, right? So we see all the different colors. We've got people who have canceled or unreachable, confirms, nice little piece there. So this is what it looks like when you do it right, and we go from there. All right. Also, what's included is a presentation. So this is content that's already done for you. You've got your logo, or we simply insert your logo, bio, headshot, and like mentioned before, the creative team is more than happy. If you say, hey, can you add my bio and logo to the taxes and retirement piece, the IAMS team is more than willing to work with you all on that. Or if you need me to take care of it, we can get it over to IAMS. A lot of these, or all of these presentations are already compliant, especially insurance only. And we've got the retirement income, taxes and retirement, Social Security, and then the legacy lock. And at the end, I'll show you kind of the numbers based off of those topics. But Social Security is always going to draw the most. Then we have a question about quality. Taxes and retirement seems to be like the good quality, good numbers, kind of like middle. But we're having a lot of success also with this legacy lock presentation that Court Pitcher and Jeremy have created. You've probably heard, the IAMS folks talking about legacy lock. So we're hoping to keep working on our partnership with Legacy Lock as well to have another tier, because a lot of there's a lot of success in the estate planning kind of arena, and I've seen the now they've got advisors that are even calling themselves as financial estate planners and those kind of things, or at some point they're just making stuff up. But it's interesting to see where the field is going in that. So like I mentioned before, what's not included is confirmation calls. Oops, that price is wrong. But anyway, leave voice messages, and that they call 5 times at least. And then they also do emails and text messages and follow up from that. And it's $500, and I'll fix that the next time I do the presentation.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, if you have questions as we're going through, type them in and we'll have time for questions at the end.
Yep, yep. I'll go through them. I have my questions are on the other side of my desk, but we'll definitely get back to them as we go. Like I mentioned before, dinner events, educational events. So Again, what's included: registration events, emails, text reminders. The biggest difference here is the projected or the projected buying units or projected a lot of our competitors will go off of registrant numbers. That's a nice thing. I want to know how many households are going to be in there. So, because when I talk to advisors, that's what they're interested in. I talked to 8 households and I got 5 appointments, or whatever that is. So I do all my numbers based off of the households and buying units that are available. But the registrations is helpful because you got to know how many people are going to show up for dinner. But so that's kind of the difference. But the projected 20, 25, 30, those are the difference. The price pieces go back right to what the projected units are on that. I also want to address in our pricing. So if I say $24.99 for the basic level 1 event that you all can sign up for, I'm going to say that about $1,800 of that goes straight to Facebook, right? So it's not, our markups are very slim. We do, we have a little bit there, but like it takes about 5 hours to build out one of these services and one of these campaigns. So, there's very slim margins on this versus some of our competitors that are marking these up 2 or 3 times what they're actually sending to Facebook. I would, out of a $24.99, I'm sending at least $1,600 of that straight to Facebook, so or yeah, straight to Facebook. On a $34.99, there's the call setters are involved, the Facebook cost, and then the YouTube advertising cost involved too. So just know that that's where those money or where those prices come from. We're also having a lot of success with virtual workshops. So, let folks interact from the comfort of your home. Same chassis. We have a piece of technology that you can use and oops, and do the presentation from there. So we can target bigger areas. So like the last time we've done these, we did Colorado, we did Wyoming. You can also do more niche presentations. That's where I like to see people doing, like, I like to target state employees and those kind of things, or whatever, state, federal, townships, firefighters, police officers. If there's a niche that you're interested in working in, let us know. Like, this is the perfect venue for that, because then we can draw out the area a little bit, go the next step, and then bring more of the a fine-tuned presentation to those people. And essentially how the virtual presentation works is we use a piece of technology called Big Marker. It's nice because it doesn't have like a download. Like, you notice when you use GoToMeeting today, you have to download GoToMeeting before you install it. Some people are a little leery about that. You guys know IAMS, you know me, or so you're fine with that. But like some other people that maybe don't know you would get a little like a little thrown off by that. So there's no download included. Um, Clients just receive a link. It's a unique link, so we know who's showing up to the events. And then as a presenter, you get a link too. So you really don't have to do anything until the day before. Boom, you click on the link and you're in the room. Usually we even have the presentation ready for you before you get in there, and then you do the presentation. So it's a nice piece to supplement, or to add another leg to your marketing stool, if you will. Now, from Big Marker, we then push people right to your calendar. So, hey, so throughout your event, you're going to say, click on the button below to, to get to my calendar to schedule a time with me, and go from there. So, making sure that you have a Calendly that's active and ready, or whatever calendar, piece of content that you use or piece of software you use. Having that available for us is super important in these. So you show up, boom, appointments on my calendar. What? So terribly easy there. All right. Talked about dinner events, talked about educational events, we've talked about virtual events. And now we're going to talk about movie theater events. So like I said, these are all working off the same chassis. It's just a matter of the venue or the type of focus that we're going from there. There's been a lot of talk about these movie theater events over the past 3 years, and they're great. You're going to get a ton of people signing up for them. Usually when we do one of these events, we're talking 200, 250 registrants, 160, 200 buying units for one of these events, okay? They cost $34.99. That does not include the call center in that $34.99. The call centers are $1,200 for these because of the amount of people that sign up for them. And essentially, it's the same thing: registration page, thank you page, confirmation emails, all that stuff. Okay. Now, the biggest difference for us here is that we have attendance rates. So we can, you'll get 200 people sign up. We will The call centers will, run through that list. We'll get 100 people confirm, let's say, and we'll still only get like 50, 60 people show up from that list. So we're talking about a drop off of anywhere between, you know, a drop off of, 60 to 70% of those registrants won't attend your event. Now, there's two positives to that. You're sitting there with a list of still 200 people that are interested in this topic, or that maybe you could reach out to them when you do another event, or you can put them in a drip email sequence. They're still very viable leads, but they didn't make it to this event. So we like these movie theater events. They're big, they're fancy. You contact or I'll go through kind of the process of what you do here, but they can be expensive, and the expectation there is, oh, I get 200 people, that 100 people are going to show up, and that's not always the case on it. You almost need to get 400 registrants to get 100 people show up. So $34.99, $1,200 for the call centers. Again, then you have to pay the theater in Doug Orchard. So for the Baby Boomer Dilemma, Doug Orchard charges $13.30 to have a single screening license for those things. And for this other movie, The Power of Zero, the David McKnight stuff, it's $330 from that. This is also a good tip, like do a movie, and then also invite your old client, or not your old clients, your current clients, or people that were on a list, or people that have gone to dinner events that you're looking to follow up with. So it's a good way to warm up old registrants as well, because you'll have the venue. The process of setting it up is find a venue, so AMC, Regal Theaters, those kind of places. And because it's a private showing movie, almost any theater will be able to accommodate you. They like doing these things. It's easy money for them, and they go from there. So you order your marketing about 30 to 45 days ahead of time. We run ads for 2 to 3 weeks before your event. Give us about a week to set up the campaign from that. And then order the DCP. So the DCP is the hard drive that the computer, or that the movie's on. So he sends you the hard drive, and then you send it to, or you take it with you to the movie theater, and then when you're done, you ship it back to him. And he says that he needs about 3 weeks before you do those things. I also have here, I'm going to bring down here at the bottom, Safe Money Events event. I have a whole guide, a movie generation guide, that kind of walks you through all this process, what to say to the movie theater, what to look for in a good movie theater, what other people are doing. So a lot of people are also doing a $10 to $15 gift card at the movie theater to buy snacks and popcorn and candy, or they're just simply buying a small popcorn and pop for everyone that comes through. So I'm also saying pop because I live in the Midwest. I live in Kansas City. So maybe soda if you're in other areas as well. So, so that I have a whole page here where it kind of goes through the process and answers all those FAQs that you might have. And we can send those out in notes later as well. So 2023 events by the numbers. So our average dinner seminars right now are generating about 38 buying units, which is about 64 registrants. The average attendance rate for those events right now is 50%. The summer has been kind of hard, but we'll average about anywhere between 40 to 50% of those folks showing up in the summer. So by the numbers is about 19 buying units or 19 households that are showing up. Our top topics are taxes and retirement, and I need to update this, but the legacy planning made easy has now replaced the number 2 topic in there. So taxes and retirement, legacy planning made easy, the legacy lock presentation. Now, when it comes to educational workshops, this one has kind of been surprising to me because this used to be a lot harder to get registrants for, and it's still hard, but it's been a little bit easier. So 43 buying units on the average for opportunities created, about 70 registrants for the 24,949 presentations. Now, here's the big difference. We're actually seeing a very low turnout rate for those. So 40% of those are actually showing up. So now we're sitting at 17, maybe 15 buying units or households that are showing up per campaign based off of those numbers. Okay, and the top topics are Social Security, taxes and retirement, and then retirement income planning. A few other numbers that I like to bring up is the legacy lock beta. It just moved out of beta, but we did an event in Farmington, Utah. It was a dinner event, and we had 44 buying units for that event, 78 registrations, and we actually filled the room. So out of those people, I think we actually had to backfill some of them for that, and we had 50 people in that room. So great show up rates for those numbers. And then we also had we've been doing webinar, which has moved out of beta, 83 buying units for 2 events that we're targeting Colorado and Wyoming, just based off of a simple topic like taxes and retirement. That's it. And so 83 buying units for those 2 events that we did there. Here's just kind of a quick little breakdown of those lists. We just had an event, at the Philbrook Museum. So get creative about what you want to do. Libraries, community centers are nice. Dinner events are always a thumbs up in my book. The movie theaters, you'll see those numbers kind of jump off the screen there. But the museum events, some of the other ones also very great numbers to kind of go from. All right. So now that we've kind of talked about the services that we offer, you're going to be asking, how do I do this? Well, reach out to your IAMS folks if you have a question. Also, I have a Calendly link that we'll send out later. So if you have questions, you can schedule 15, 30 minutes with me, put it right on my calendar. I keep it up to date, so feel free to use that. And then also we have, you can just go right to the website. You're like, oh, I know what I want. Cool. Go to your website, safemoneyevents.com, pick your campaign type, and then I've also inserted video popovers through to kind of help guide you through the process of how to sign up. Now you're going to go to there, and then you're going to pick your package. Then on the form, you're going to have name, email, phone number, all of the stuff that my team needs to set up a campaign. So event type, additional emails, how many dates, topics, any advisor, or if you're an advisor, do you have a disclosure that you need? Those kind of pieces. Headshot, logo. Then at the end, your review. And you're going to pay right from this questionnaire, right? So you pay here, and then my team starts working. Now, the great thing, I talked about the great partnership that we have with IAMS. If you take your invoice or you take your receipt from that payment, it is completely reimbursable through IAMS, right? So, you take your $34.99, invoice or receipt or whatever you get from Stripe, you send it to them and you say, hey, this was Safe Money Events. They reimburse you out of your marketing dollars for that. So I couldn't be happier with that partnership. That gives you guys, free lead gen that, we can work together with and use those marketing dollars and go crazy with it. So, so that's kind of the process that we're going through there. When it comes to things that Safe Money Marketing and IAMS and Clifford and all of us are working together on, we listen to our advisors. So you'll notice webinars and movie theaters, those were not on my list of things to do in 2023. But we had enough advisors who came to me and said, bro, these are killing it. We want to know how to do this. Can you look into it? I look into it and went, yeah, we could totally do those things. Okay. Now, there's other things out there, local SEO, webinar. We're doing pretty soon, we'll be able to talk about video sales letters and evergreen webinars. We're kicking those off over these next 2 weeks. We've got a couple of advisors running betas on those right now. So these are things that we are, looking to do in the future. But I want to let the folks who are in attendance today know that this is a working relationship, right? So if you see something that maybe another IMO is offering, or something that another group's offering, or something that some marketing folk, reached out to you, and you're like, hey, I like, number one, you got to like me if you want to work with me. You'd be like, I like you, Clifford. What about this? And let's talk about it. So, those are the type of relationships that we're looking to build in the future. This is, the relationship that we have with IAMS as well. And this is kind of, where we're at and where we're going to go. So if you have any questions about those, please put them in there. And, but that's the end of my presentation for now. And thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you so much. Did you answer this question already? This speak to Facebook only versus Facebook and direct mail?
I mean, direct mail works. It's just the cost difference, but between that. So it's nothing. I have a couple of vendors that I work with to do direct mail, or that, or if you're working with a direct mail vendor and you want me to work alongside that, that's where the 24.99 might come in. Good. So you just kind of like scan, send me your mailer, and we can kind of duplicate efforts there. I know a lot of the mail vendor, or a lot of the direct mail people right now actually offer digital solutions. You might get good numbers from that. I think a lot of them use very, very templated, very drop a pin, kind of like blast out message from it. I don't think there's that like another level of thought to it. So I just am kind of wary on those pieces. But when it comes to digital campaigns and those type of pieces, they both work. It's just a matter of the cost and what the ROI is on those. So being able to, as a marketing, uh, you know, connoisseur, as a financial advisor or insurance agent, independent business owner should be, what am I getting the most bang out of my buck for? Is it the direct mail or is it digital? And kind of like experimenting, but then also being able to step back and be like, ooh, this is working or this isn't working. So yeah.
Very good. I'm going to put up a poll here on whether you'd like more information on this Safe Money events. Um, Everybody just please click yes or no. That way I know what to call you about. If you'd like some more information on this, I'd be happy to reach out to you and either just send you more info, or if you want a replay of the webinar in case you couldn't take all of your notes, or if you'd like me to get you in touch with Clifford, I can do that. We just love to hear from everyone on whether or not this information is good for you, because then we know also what kind of webinars to do in the future. So don't be afraid to hit no if that's something that you don't feel is the best fit for you. But if you'd like some more info to decide if this might be the best fit for you, then go ahead and click yes, because that'll get you in touch with us just to give you more info. We are not the hard sale type of people around here. I'm just here to make sure you have all of the information that you need to help you grow your business. And I'm going to close this out here real soon. All right, I'm going to close out that poll. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. I will be in touch with you. If you missed some of the presentation, would like a replay, I'll touch base with you, and, feel free to reach out to me, though, with any questions. My number here is 800-255-5055. Just ask for Lisa Marie. Again, that's 800-255-5055. Thanks again, everyone, and thank you, Clifford, for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
And
Thank
everyone
you
have a
for
great
having
day.
me. Yep.
Thank
Thanks.
you.